Calm parenting is easier said than done. In fact, in our modern culture, there aren't a lot of examples that people can use for calm parenting. In fact, there have been lots of things that have been thrown out as solutions to parenting to try to keep people calm, but it just makes the parents passive and permissive. Then the behaviors get worse. The children don't learn. They start to become entitled. They don't respect their parents. Children are coddled instead of taught. There are a lot of problems that are happening in our culture because we don't have calm parenting. So what I'm going to talk about in this video today are some books on calm parenting that can help you have the type of parenting that brings everybody together, that unites the family and helps everyone find the freedom that comes with calmness and self-government. I've written 15 books all about parenting, and those 15 books each have a different purpose. I'm going to highlight a few of those books today for us to help you understand what books would be of most benefit for you, especially as you're starting out trying to improve your calmness in your parenting. Let's start with this book here, The Power of Calm. Pretty obvious that this should help you with calmness, right? Because that's the whole point. You don't actually have to be parenting or be a parent at all in order to understand calmness and how it's going to benefit you. This book is written with parents in mind because really that's the main group of people that I work with when I go to homes, when I do trainings, when people come to my classes, and when I'm speaking at different events. That's what I'm focusing on, but anyone could use this. It talks about the brain. It talks about what's happening in the brain with your brain chemicals. When you have a chosen calmness and that difference between a chemical calmness, which is huge because a chemical calm is like a passive calm that happens to you, but you can't really control it. In fact, it usually happens when you go out of control. It's not a productive type of calm. It leads to a lot of damaged relationships. The type of calm that we're looking for when we say, I need calmness, is we need a chosen calmness pathway. It tells you how to get there. This also talks about the expectation trap that you can fall into in your daily interactions. This helps you understand the steps that you can take to improve your calmness in all of your relationships. It changes the dialogue that's going on inside. This book and all the other books that I'm going to be talking about today, you can find on my website, teachingselfgovernment.com. Before we leave the topic of calmness, I just want to also show these are also calm specific books. So I have a lot of books that teach skills that are needed for calmness, but these ones are specifically about the topic of calmness. These 3 books are all part of a series called The Calm Crew. They come in a set when you get them. This one, Brain Power, teaches young people how their brain works when they're calm and how it works when they're not calm so that they can understand what's going on the inside. This book, Planning Power, teaches them how to make a calm plan for themselves so that they have a better opportunity of being calm when the next circumstance arises. And then this last book, Choosing Power, helps them understand how to choose calmness in the moment. When it seems hard, what does the process look like that we're going to go through to get ourselves in the right part of our brain? Anyway, super powerful books. They're actually new. That came out just recently, so I thought I'd let you know about those. So there are 3 other adult books that I highly recommend. This one here, Popular Parenting Methods. It's going to help you get on the same page with your spouse and help you go the distance so you don't get stuck in certain traps. It's really great for self-analysis as you're moving forward, learning a new way to parent. And then this one here, Roles, The Secret to Family, Business, and Social Success. If the family does not understand their roles in the family, like family roles, I'm not talking about who makes dinner or goes to work or mows the lawn, those are responsibilities. Instead, I'm talking about who we are to each other in the family. That is vital information, and if we don't recognize that, then everything starts to turn upside down. In fact, all of the skills really hinge on understanding those roles. And then this book here, Parenting a House United, teaches how to follow instructions, accept no answers, accept consequences, disagree appropriately. It teaches parents how to set up the environment to correct negative behaviors when needed, to help people get self-regulated and go from out of control to in control. This book is going to be vital. It's sort of the key piece to all of the other books that I have. If you have children that are 12 and under, these aren't really parenting books, but they're fantastic to read to the young people. They teach the 4 basic skills of self-government, and they actually reinforce the skills as you're learning them. So the 4 basic skills are those following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences, and disagreeing appropriately. These are a bestseller. They're super fun, they rhyme, and the children get to see what it really looks like when you go out of control and then how to fix it. This is really great for their self-awareness. I have other books and resources that can also help with self-government, things like family meeting journals, mentor meeting journals. All these things are going to be helpful as you are putting your parenting program in place. But you can just pick one to start with. Some people start with popular parenting methods. Many people start with Parenting a House United, since it's kind of the key book there. Then if you're really focused on calmness and that need for calmness, you might want to just start with The Power of Calm and launch off there. Then go get all the rest of the self-government skills that you need. If you aren't calm, your children are going to struggle with calmness as well. So what I'd really like to give you now is a free gift. So all of the books that we talked about, courses and more, they're all contained on my website, which is teachingselfgovernment.com. But also on my website, there is a Calm Parenting Toolkit. That Calm Parenting Toolkit will give you 10 tools for calmness that will prepare you to use any of the self-government tools. So it's a mini course to get you started. It's free. Right now, you can have it right on the homepage of my website. So I highly recommend go to teachingselfgovernment.com today, look around, get that Calm Parenting Toolkit, get started. It's easy. I'll see you there.